morning, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong back with you today for the regular edition of Tuesday Tips. And I'm glad to be back with you today, and I hope and pray that you are all well. If these videos are beneficial to you, I would like for you to like and subscribe. You can follow me on all social media platforms. A description of where you can find me will be at the end of this video. Today we're going to jump right into what we're going to talk about today that I alluded to on yesterday. The sense of pride. The sense of pride. Pride itself. Pride can be both a negative and a positive thing. We're going to try to cover both of them in these short 10 minutes that I normally do these talks in. So bear with me as we cruise right on through what we have going on today. All right. Thank you. Pride. In the APA dictionary, the definition of pride is as follows. It is a self-conscious emotion that occurs when a goal has been attained and one's achievement has been recognized and approved by others. That is in our human nature, to be recognized and have approval from our peers and those around us, our family, our friends, especially when you have undertaken a task that requires vigorous or rigorous effort to achieve that goal. And of course, you should feel proud when you have accomplished a goal. I felt very proud when I accomplished the PhD, did it from home. Many people didn't even know I was doing it, but I accomplished that goal. I accomplished the goal of receiving THD in theological studies. It was very well achieved, and I'm thankful for it. However, I never used that to have a superiority over anyone. So therefore, we want to look at the positive and the negative aspects of pride. Please understand that in the Bible, which you all know that in ministry, the Bible speaks against self-prideness, okay? Being proud, but the word is more or less haughty, meaning puffed up, meaning acting as if you're better than someone else. And we have all experienced people who have that certain type of tendency to feel as though they're better than you, when in actuality, they're not. I want you to understand this also, folks. Never feel as though you have something to prove. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. The only person that you have to prove something to is yourself. Okay? And that's why I believe in creating boundaries and having self-care, because you're the only one that you have to prove something to. So let's look at it some more here about pride. Pride differs from joy and happiness in that these emotions of pride and happiness, it does not require the approval of anyone else. You can go through a trying time and you can still come out with joy and happiness, and nobody has to know why you're happy. Nobody has to know why you have so much joy on the inside when there seems to be turmoil all around you. Okay? Pride also has an expressive reaction that differs from joy, such as puffing up the chest and directing attention to others or an audience. Now, yes, you will have that sense of grandeur, okay? But you have to be careful with that, because you don't want that sense of grandeur to be a false sense of pride. We will delve into that in just a second. False pride can become a grandiosity if the sense of accomplishment is not deserved or the reaction is excessive. If the reaction is excessive, then you're looking at a false sense of grandeur, meaning that you are making yourself out to be something that you're not. And you're trying to convince others that who you are is what you're portraying. Okay? Hubris, arrogant pride, arrogance. Many people experience or go through the emotion of arrogance. And when you are arrogant, you are offensive to people. Now, I myself have been through that. I have been called arrogant. I have been called uppity, as they say. However, I've never been any of those things. I've only been quiet and humble. I stayed to myself, and I just did what I had to do. Some people will mistake your pride, your humbleness, for pride. And then that's when you have to realize that, well, maybe it's not you, it's them. Okay? So let's go back to hubris. Hubrisity has a saying behind it that pride goeth before the fall. Some people are so proud that they will not listen to anybody else. And this attitude comes from people in positions of authority. They don't want to take your advice. They don't want to adhere to your advice because in their mind, they're the only ones that's right. Okay? So then we come to grandiosity, an exaggerated sense of one's greatness. And we see this so many times. Store managers, district managers of corporations, they come in and the store manager bows down to them. Oh, here comes the district manager. And the district manager is nothing but a man or a woman who's coming to do a job. Okay? Or you yourself are throwing off this false sense of who you are. An exaggerated sense of one's greatness, importance, or ability in an extreme form. It may be regarded as a delusion of grandeur. A delusion of grandeur. Yes, some people are just that, delirious. Delirious. Making themselves out to be something that they're not. So, to turn this around into a positive manner, I want you all to understand that your accomplishments should never be downplayed. Your accomplishments should be celebrated. However, you, my friend, you must take pride with humbleness. In my closing today, the Bible says this: humble yourself in the sight of God, and He will exalt you. I'm thankful for where I am today because I've humbled myself. Thank you all. Have a great day. We will talk with you soon.